right, we will start. Tristan, you ready? We'll start with Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Tristan. Just when you look at tonight's game overall, I guess what stands out, and also just when you kind of look at some of the poor shooting nights you guys have had, how do you feel that that's had an impact on your defense as well?
I mean, in the NBA, you're going to have nights where you're going to make shots. You're going to have nights where you don't make shots. I mean, like we've been preaching since training camp, your offense can't determine your defense. We got to understand, if we're trying to get somewhere where this team haven't been in over a decade or damn near 2 decades, it's the little things that are going to put you in position to be there. Doesn't guarantee you it. Nothing's guaranteed in life, but it puts you in position. So defensively, the Timberwolves shot 50% from the field and 27 from 3. So we know that they weren't making threes. So the guys, all of us out there, we got to get guys off the line. But at the same time, when a guy drives, it's the NBA, whether it's Anthony Edwards or D'Lo or Karl Anthony Towns, a low man's got to be there. You got to show presence and be there for your teammate to make those guys question or think twice, especially if they're not making fucking threes. Force them to drive and kick it out, and we have a late contest from the 3-point line, especially if they're not making threes in this game. So those things keep compounding. Like we did a great job getting offensive rebounds, but we got to close it out by getting defensive rebounds. So it's just it's a compound thing, and what guys got to understand is that those little things over the course of 48 minutes, the my bads after the my bads after the my bads, is what's going to cost you the game in the fourth quarter, and the reason why we got a loss or L.
James Ham.
Yeah, Tristan, I mean, you haven't been here for the years of losing. Just what are you seeing from the inside that's causing nights like this where you come out a little flat, you come out not just missing shots, but also the turnovers, a lot of them were soft turnovers. How do you change that identity coming into a game?
I mean, this is the NBA. You're going to have nights where you're not going to make shots. It's every team. I've been my championship level teams, my middle of the playoff teams, the rebuild teams, the teams that are right in the hunt. I've been on all levels of those journeys in my career. But the one thing that's consistent throughout, you're going to have nights where you don't make shots. You're going to have many nights like that. You're going to have probably more nights like that than great nights where everything's going down. So those nights where you're not making shots, you have to pick it up on defensive end. You got to get stops. You got to close it out. When the ball's in the air and 2 guys can grab the rebound, someone's got to grab it. I was taught at a young age, or since I've been in the NBA, the one area where you can be selfish and no one can get mad at you is rebounding. So, when I'm out there or Rich, I know one thing, that we're going to go get that rebound. But, there's going to be times where we're not going to be able to, whether we're boxing out or we're out in perimeter boxing someone out. All 5 of us got to rebound. And the one thing that we got to emphasize is that long shots usually mean long rebound. I've been rebounding for my whole life, and I've made it an art. So guys that understand that if a guy's going to shoot a 3, more than likely, if it's a hard miss, it's going to go long around the free throw line area, and guys understand, well, we need all 5 to rebound. So things like that, like you said, those turnovers, when teams throw zones out there, that's because they can't guard. And one thing Luke said, and we've been emphasizing, that when teams go zone, just give it a second. When you get the ball, just take your time, survey, throw a pass, fake a shot, fake, and see how they react. Especially with this zone tonight, Timberwolves threw out there. The middle was wide open, and we got to capitalize on that. Don't let the zone discourage you. And teams are going to watch that. If I'm whoever we play tomorrow, if I'm that head coach, and my assistant has that scout, and they see that zone made us uncomfortable or made us turn the ball over, I'm going to throw a zone out there to see what we do and see if we learn from that. So for us going into next game, we got to understand that teams are going to throw that zone out there, and it's because they can't guard us, but also because they know that we've had a tendency to throw it away. So we got to fix that, clean that up. But all that stuff is you can fix that stuff. It's not a talent, or you don't have the right personnel. It's just a want, and make it a priority.
All right, Matt George.
Hey, Tristan, when things start to unravel in games and opponents start going on runs like that 7-0 Karl Anthony Towns run at the start of the third quarter, you've been a vocal leader on this team. Is that on Coach Walton and the coaching staff to kind of inspire some change there? Is that on, does this team need more vocal leadership from players? Are you yourself trying to speak up from the bench in a timeout or even on the floor? Like, where's the vocal leadership with this team during those moments?
I'm gonna say this. I think no man in this world should rely on another man to inspire them. Point blank player. You can put that in all capitals. Me personally, no one should ever need a coach to inspire you. If you don't get inspired in the game, then you shouldn't be on the court. Losing teams, losing players, you need to get inspiration from your coach. And I'm not with that shit. My teammates better not be. My teammates aren't with it. Because I know guys want to win and they want to win badly. So it's not about Coach Walton inspiring you. This is not no freaking glory road shit. No, you got to be ready to play. Your number's called you in the damn game. I don't need no fucking coach to inspire me. Never that, never have, never will. The day I need a coach to inspire me is the day I'm fucking retiring. I'm going to go play with my kids in the park. So I speak for my teammates with that quote. So we don't need no coach to inspire us. I know Towns is a good player, but we had a game plan for him, and yes, you want to force him left, but if he gets right, your teammates got to have your back. You got to help your team. It's the same way where if I get B and I want my teammate to be there, I got to be there for him. That's part of being on a string, and that's how you build a defensive mentality. And the league is fucking hard. It's hard to win. We don't have the luxury of having, that go-to guy like a LeBron, a Kawhi, or a PG, or a Jason Tatum, or Luka. We got to win collectively. So those little things, like with Towns or even with Anthony Edwards, we got to shrink and show bodies and make them second guess the move they're about to make.
All right, just a few more. Go to Brendan Nunez.
Hey, Tristan, as one of those vocal leaders on this team, when a team's going through a skid like the Kings have recently, do you fall under more of a short-term memory, kind of come out the next one and do what we do well, or do you reflect hard on these couple losses and focus on what you guys need to do better from these previous games?
I think it's a balance. I think at the end of the day, the reality of it is this road trip should have been a 4-0, point blank period. I was going on this road trip planning on going 4-0. The teams that we played against, OKC, they don't want to win games. They want to rebuild. Everyone fucking knows that. The Spurs, they have all young guys. They're trying to figure it out. They have damn near 8 guys that all play the same position. They're trying to figure it out. Do they want to win games? Maybe, sure. But do they really want to be in the playoffs? Probably not. Probably want a top 10 pick. Timberwolves, they got names, but are they trying to win? Roll the dice, see what happens, figure out their roster. Detroit, they do not want to win. They want another top 3, top 5 pick. And that's no disrespect to the players on their team. They're going to play hard and give it everything they got. But at the end of the day, I know how this league works, and I know how the front office works. I can break down every front office, and I know their mentality will coming into every season, especially after 20 games. So those teams, 3 out of 4 teams really didn't want to win those games. They're probably pissed that we even won, that they won those games. You know what I'm saying? So tonight was another night. Like, these are the games you have to win. If you're trying to be in the playoffs or be in the playing game, these are the wins that you have to capitalize on. Because, when we get back home, you have Utah. That's a contender or a contending team in the West. You got Toronto that's playing well. You got all these teams that are quote unquote playoff teams, and those will be tougher wins to get, and it'll be a tougher battle. So these teams, this 4-game road trip was supposed to be a 4-0 worst case scenario, 3-1, and maybe the one game you do drop would have been tonight. So it's definitely disappointing. I think, yes, you got to have short-term in terms of you can't keep harping on the past. I think the keys from this road trip is that you got to close out defensively. You got to string multiple stops, and you got to have each other's back. We got to be on a string and have a brotherhood. The offense is going to have the highs and lows. Who gives a shit? It's the NBA. But defensively, that's what matters. And I think that's what you have to learn on this road trip, that defense is what's going to keep you in the game and give you a chance to win. And that's all you want at the end of the day. So if you're taking steps defensively, like we did tonight, then you end up losing by, 10 plus points to the Timberwolves. No disrespect to them, give them credit. They played well, but that's unacceptable.
All right, we got 2 more. Tony Harvey.
Tristan, I did have another question, but I'm going to ask this one. This won't be my only question because your emotion is kind of bubbling up right now. And I just want to know,
You can ask me anything. I'm good. I keep it cool. I'm just keeping it real. It's not emotional. Just keep it real. If I'm on this mic, I'm gonna just shoot it to you straightforward. No sugarcoat.
No doubt, and I'm hearing that too. It appears that in these last few games, there's a sense of frustration coming from you. And maybe are you just getting tired of seeing the same mistakes of how you guys are losing these games?
I think everyone's frustrated. I think for me, the player I am is, energy, effort, hard work, punch the clock in. So of course I'm gonna be frustrated because I know what this team is capable of, and that's because I care. At the end of the day, I care. I want to win, and I care about my teammates, and I know what we can be. So the frustration is from a place of love and a place of tough love, but also because I know where we can be. If I thought this team wasn't shit or had no potential, then I probably wouldn't feel the way I feel. But I know what this team is capable of. I know these kids, everyone, I'm not going to call guys kids because they're grown men, but I know each and every guy, their heart is in the right place and they want to win. Every guy in there wants to win. You know it. You see it in their eyes. I've been on teams that you see quitters, you see losers, just straight out losers. But this team has guys that want to win and want to do something special for the city. It's just we just got to come together and we just got to really learn from those mistakes and really make sure we make it a priority. And it's all of us. Me too. There was a time in the game where, maybe I should have pulled over or gave a hard foul. Like we're all at fault here, from the top to the bottom. We're all at fault. We're in this together. It's no man on an island, and we ride the wave together. But also, if we're gonna sit in the shit, we sit in the shit together, and we get out of there. We figure it out.
Last one, Jason Anderson.
Tristan, always appreciate your insights on things, man. You have been around this league a long time and seen a lot. That you're in a position as a team where you've hit some adversity and there's been some chatter, about the coach and just the stability of the situation there. How do teams generally react in situations like that? And what are you seeing from this group in terms of a reaction and a response to those kinds of storylines?
Yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, there's going to be chatters. At the end of the day, the history and all the accolades with this team, it is what it is. And, I don't feed into that because, if you get absorbed and consumed in it, then you're never going to be able to prosper and do better for yourself or your teammates. So for us, you can't listen to that outside noise. At the end of the day, the guys that come to work with you, from trainers to coaches to PTs to equipment people to the chef, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. It's a family. And when you face adversity, it judges a man's character. But for our team, it's got to bring us to closer. And with this group, we're not splintering. We're not going our own way. We're going to stay together, especially with me here. We're going to stay together. I'm going to make sure of that because I take that with pride, especially being the guy that's been here a long time and have the resume and have the respect for my teammates. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we keep pushing, man. No one's going to feel sorry for you. This is the NBA. No one's going to feel sorry for you. C-Web and Baby ain't coming through that door. So you got to keep pushing each and every day. Keep getting better in practice. Keep watching the film. Learn from the mistakes. If we all can just get 1% better each and every day, then we'll get our fair shares of wins. But in terms of outside noise, we don't pay attention to that. That's not us. It's your guys' job, which I respect. You guys are, that's your guys' career to do what you need to do. And for us, it's our career to, go out there and lace them up and go play some ball. So that's what we're going to focus on each and every day. And we got this long flight home, but get ready for this weekend. We're back home, get some home cooked meal. Our fans, we need them to be loud and ready for us and give us that life because, we're all in this together.
All right. Thank you, Tristan.